let's see. This guy hopefully will fit as a case around those. Looking at the print, I think I might have underestimated the small scale of this, and might have to rethink it for another round of prototyping. Let's see. Actually, flexing the board first probably help. Bad. Moment of truth. Actually, that soldering point, this is a little crooked. Ooh, it does fit. It is just super snug. This is not even close. But essentially, everything else is extremely close. Is that gonna work? Yeah, that's a good size. This thing's super thin. It's hard to tell where's the brim and where's the edge. I think I gotta definitely make this a little bit thicker. But we'll see if the tolerances were there, and I at least did the design right to fit this as a friction lock-in cover. I forgot this is not a perfect square. Oh. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah!
So it does work. I did get the right measurements. I just made it way too thin. Can't even trim the edges when it's locked in because it's so thin. What was I thinking? Not bad. Let's see if I can open this thing up a little bit. Just get. guess, here. There's one I can point with. Yeah. Right here. That needs to be just a little bit wider, a little bit more on the right, but it's very close on the left there. Just a tad wider. But these slide nice. The upper opening is good. It's just these cutouts are like the exact size. It's a very snug friction fit. And yeah, overall, I'm happy with how that turned out. For the first attempt, I also got to think about, I don't know if you can see, right in there, my solder is a little, well, the solder is fine, but the mounting of it was a little crooked, so that kind of threw off the placement of the hole in the middle there, right? Because that fits nicely. I don't have to worry about an alignment or anything. I probably just carved out way too much, and it was better before. But make that a tiny bit bigger. Make this a tiny bit wider. Make these just a tiny bit bigger. And then obviously this, I think I only made 1 millimeter, which in hindsight, I don't know why I did that. And then the Science Griffin didn't turn out because it's trying to be embedded into a 1 millimeter thick piece. And then the rail here that friction locks this into place is maybe a tiny bit short, but it works. I think once it has more rigidity, it'll be even better. Oh, there's a good snap for the most part. It's just a little too flexible. I'll make it maybe, I guess this rim here is where it's locking into. I can lower this just a little bit, and then make this a little bit taller.
I wish I was a little bit taller.
So it's a little bit more of it to grab. So yeah, overall, not bad for take one.
Take one. Marker.
All right. So all I'm going off of here is just my drawing. Took some measurements using calipers, and then used Tinkercad to try and recreate this. And not bad, I think. I don't know if I like this as the surface that would be visible when you're done to interact with the sliders, because this is what it goes on the build plate. I guess I could print this face down. There'd just be supports here and it would look like junk, but that's fine because it would be sealed up inside. I don't know, something to think about. Let me know if you have suggestions of how to make this a little bit better. Here's the back. Here's the front. So, just to give you an idea what this can do, a lot of you probably already know, right? So, let's turn this off. Turn this off. Right, so this is an RGB. We get red, green, blue. Turn them all the way up. We got essentially white, but red and blue make purple. Red and green, and we got like a yellowish. I don't know if you can see that on camera. And we're going to do just red, just green, just blue. How about green and blue? Get some sort of like teal. And get just mid level lighting. Alright, it's very cool. And let me show you how it comes. Alright, comes with your board, comes with the RGB LED and the 3 sliders. Right. And it's very simple. If you look, we have that one longer pin, and that goes to the negative right there. Let's see if I can get that in. There we go. All right, slide that. And what happened on the last one was I accidentally soldered it a little bit crooked. So I got to make sure that this stays flush and nice and perpendicular and straight. And these ones you can't mess up because there's an asymmetrical set of pins that lines up to this. So it can't go in this way because the pins don't fit. So you mount them in, and then you just solder all your points. Pretty simple. We have a micro USB for power, and that's it. I don't know why this one says color space and that one was misprinted, but that doesn't affect anything. Pretty cool little kit, and stay tuned for updates. Hey, thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and also leave a comment for any future videos you'd like to see, as this is my first video on YouTube, and I would very much like to have your feedback and your input for any future projects, like making Minecraft cubes. You want to see how I did that, or if you want me to do some 3D printing stuff, or science education, or whatever you can think of, write it down in the comments. Anything science, nerdy, I'm here for it. Let's do it.